As we get ready for race number 2, this will be Super Street 250, 300, and Moto3. We're looking for 17 racers in this race number 2 take to the track. Hey, earlier in our morning practice, keep an eye out for the yellow Yamaha, the 110. He's going to the front, Bubba. He was carrying some serious corner speed into turn 1. And of course, that is Fabian Alvarez, will be outside of row 3. And our pole setter from yesterday's qualifying, Seth Starnes, pole position rider, Alexis Oliveira, second position, Fabian Alvarez will make up the outside of row 1. Charlie Ohana, Jonathan Pelnitz, Juan Zulaga will be row number 2. German Vaca, Joseph Shallow, and Chase Mollick will make up your third row. 10th on the grid, Dustin Richards, Yvette Lamar, and the outside of row 4, Alex Ehrenstein. Row 5, Khalil Peterson, Michael Norman, and Michael Norman Jr. Called those names up on the podium celebrations a lot last month. Hurricane Racing with pole sitter Starnes as the grid marshals look him over. We'll see if he could get to turn 1 before Fabian Alvarez, who's on the outside of row 1. These riders are ready. That's turn me loose, they're saying. Turn us loose. Wow, and I believe it's Joseph Shallow, possibly from the middle of row 2. Just a great steady launch, slots his way into second position, and from pole position, Seth Starnes going to show the group through turns 1 and 2. Alexis Oliveira gets that 2-stroke launch. She's now in third position with her front row start. She's got a whole lot of company behind her. And she's going to have to pour it on in this tighter portion of the racetrack, get away from the swarm of Super Street machines. The group now through the long turn number 5 right-hand carousel. Down through the S's, turns. And that might be Starnes with quite a bit of real estate already from a standing start on the opening lap. Let's see if we can get a count. Almost 3 seconds as Oliveira with a slipstream slots her way into second. And Fabian Alvarez has got some company. I think we know that red machine. Starnes takes a long look back off the left side of the machine, seeing how much damage he's done on the opening lap. Jonathan Pelnitz, our top 3, I'm not going to call. Sorry, 2nd through 5th is riders just all over each other, crossing the line almost simultaneously. It looks like Seth Starnes, your leader, Alexis Oliveira, second on track, first of the Moto3 amateur riders. Jonathan Pelnitz and Fabian Alvarez are our Moto3 expert challenging for the victory there. As we're early, he's just completed the first lap. Charlie Ohana, Joseph Shallow running nose to tail Moto3 amateur. That'll be 2nd and 3rd in that class. Already down in through the S's at turn 7, the race leader. Over 4 seconds ahead as Alvarez, I believe, slipstreams Oliveira, taking that second spot. We got a tight group now going into turn 9. We'll see who's going to dive up the inside. Boy, Charlie Ohana's got 4 different competitors right on his heels as he shows that group into turn 1 and 2. Ohana actually slower than Chase Mollick in 6th, giving Chase, he's got some riders turning a couple tenths quicker behind him. He's got to get the job done, get into that back section of the race course and just start putting some serious corner speed and try to shed those 3 riders and get them off his back. Race leader though, Seth Starnes, the only rider in the 1:32 lap times, as he's already onto the back straightaway. He was enjoying a 3.5 lead over the rest of the field as he tries to get as small as he can under that small windscreen. Alvarez holding steady. Well, we know Oliveira, she does not give up. Hell, practically even after the checkered's flown, she'll fight you into turn 1 on the cooldown. Starnes onto the back straightaway. We'll look for the red machine. Gabriel Da Silva, I believe, is now carrying the 44 expert plate. As he's kind of holding steady, we'll see if Oliveira can get a sniff of the slipstream. As Da Silva, a little bit larger machine and rider size, so she's going to look for any slipstream and roll off the gas super late. Let's see if she can carry it to the 1 marker. But Da Silva, no slouch, finding the perfect corner speed as he'll just hold it nice and steady. Starnes, mid-track, kind of looks over the paddock for any type of signal. We got a couple, 2 groups of riders as Ohana is falling back. He's still got company, one of the riders on the KTM, as that group of 5 is broken into 2 groups of 2. We lost one of them. Got some great racing. Watch these 2 groups getting ready to come out on the front straightaways. I believe the halfway flags being shown to the field. Boy, that's Michael Norman Jr. showing pops. Michael Norman the way around is Charlie Ohana giving chase. That's all for the Norman Super Street 300 class. Those are both our amateur riders, and Dustin Richards looking to round out your podium in Super Street 300 amateur. There we go. Gabriel Da Silva, the 4 or 4G bike, is your Moto3 expert. Fabian Alvarez currently at midway, 2nd position, and trying to round out the podium in the Moto3 expert, Jonathan Pelnitz. But the Super Street 300 expert, your overall race leader, showing the field around this racetrack. Seth Starnes, Chase Mollick, 2nd spot as we wait for a reload here. Alex Ehrenstein, currently Super Street 250 amateur race leader, as the rest of the field gets the halfway flags. Actually, for the race leader, I thought we saw that on the previous lap. Boy, and Da Silva now has got Oliveira right on his back wheel. Oliveira's got some smart race strategy. She'll ride as hard as she needs to without putting herself in danger or putting it on the limits of adhesion. As long as she's not losing sight of her challenger, she just rides nice and steady, and then we'll probably see her pour it on, see how much Da Silva's got to hold her off. So we're gonna see some exciting race as these riders, I believe, are on lap 7. Boy, Charlie Ohana lost one more spot. Joseph Shallow got by with his personal best last time across the line. And the Michael Norman Jr. and Michael Norman just keep dropping times every time across start finish, as they're having a whole lot of fun out there. Michael Norman Jr. now with a 1:36.1. Pops has got a few tenths to find in the bank to try to match that. And there we go, Oliveira slipstreaming by Da Silva. We'll see who wants to roll up the gas late. They're almost side by side. Da Silva's got the outside line. Oliveira, nice and smooth, just rolled it into that long right-hander. She'll keep it tight along the apex there to hold off any inside attempt. Oliveira now, she's got to get that 2-stroke wound up. She's telling him just sit on, as Da Silva says, nah, I'm not hanging back here. I'm going to go right back around you. We'll see if that strategy's going to play out. He knew she was coming at some point. As it was Alvarez who I was calling on as they got ready to go out, is coming up on the back of that Da Silva Oliveira challenge. But he's looking to get around Da Silva. Because if the 110 of Alvarez can catch Da Silva and take that point, that'll be for the Moto3 expert victory. And I believe your race leader, Seth Starnes, down the back straightaway. He may catch the back of the field before this one's over as he comes up on a rider now just going into turn 9. Da Silva still showing the way down the back straightaway. I'm sure Oliveira's got it all figured out in her head, and she's probably got it in columns, how many laps remaining, exactly how easily she caught up to Da Silva and got by him for that short period. With just a few years racing, she's sure got the race strategy figured out. She's shown us time and time again that she's a real thinker out there with all that going on at the speeds that they're carrying. And look at this, she might be close enough as she kind of takes a little inside line. If she can get up alongside Da Silva and kind of psych him out, he might make a mistake, but she may not even need that. Well, we got to watch this race to the line in our Super Street 300 amateurs. Mike Norman Jr. still continues to draft lap times every time across the timing loop and start finish as he's trying to hold off his father, Michael Norman. That'll be the 714 machine. I believe they're both in Kawasaki green. As the checkered flag, we're going to try to find our race leader. He must be coming out of the front straightaway around another rider, Seth Starnes, taking the race victory in Super Street 300 expert. And look at this, trying with the draft pass. But both those riders will take victory in Moto3. Alexis Oliveira will take victory in Moto3 amateur, and Gabriel Da Silva will take the Moto3 expert victory. Boy, I'm not sure. We got two riders nose to tail through turns 9 and 10. We got to get a look at this. Either they'll run to the line. Serious corner speed. As Charlie Ohana finally across the line. That was one long race.